The second round of the NBA playoffs is upon us as we get ready for Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. We're at Wells Fargo Center, where tonight the Philadelphia 76ers getting set to match up with the New York Knicks. Seated next to Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Sixers coming into play. They're rested, they're ready to go, and they'll have home court advantage to begin here in games 1 and 2.
And I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to this series right here. This is going to be a dogfight. We got a couple of teams that match up very well. I can see this one going the length. Yes, 7 games. That's how even these teams are.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
You know, I'm going to say something that people probably won't like, but guess what? I don't care. I'm already crowning Ben Simmons as a top 5 playmaker in the league. His first true season, he had 18 points, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds. He could finish around the rim and make everybody else around him look great. There's no doubt about it. He has all the ingredients to be the heir to the throne.
Hardaway. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. To Simmons. Oh, Ben Simmons. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Shot from the lane won't go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Count the basket inside.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
Trey Burke hits the trifecta.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Sixers control it. Simmons to Embiid. KP with the swat.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Lee with the basketball. Down 3. From the painted area, won't go down. To Embiid. Joel Embiid missed his first. That one goes.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Burke with it. Down 5. To Lee. And his canter above the rim.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Here's Simmons with it up top. Up by 3. Get the cameras out.
Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. New blood coming in for both sides. Fultz. Gets it in the left corner. Beyond the arc for 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
That shot was nice. But that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Nothing going here on that drive. And a nice finish at the rim.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
New York in control of the basketball. Ntilikina to Porzingis. Sizing up the defense. Lee to Ntilikina. Here comes the screen. Deep right corner. Porzingis for 2. Knocks it down from mid-range.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Fultz with the basketball. Leads 4. Goes to the left side. Not that time. The follow won't go either. Ntilikina with the basketball. Counting down towards 1 minute to play here in the opening quarter. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs spit, and that's the game.
Time to shuffle things up. Ntilikina trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 72%. The free throw is good. It's back to a one-point game. Simmons to Fultz. Fires the 3. His first effort off the mark. Ntilikina into the front court. He'll run the offense. Lee, jumper's good.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Ben Simmons at the line for a chance at a three-point play. 56% for his career. Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Possession lies with New York. Ntilikina to Lee. Here's a chance from long range. That no good. Off the mark. Oh, Ben Simmons. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
We've reached the end of the first quarter here in Game 1. Back with more after this. It's the second round of the Eastern Conference playoffs on EA Sports. First quarter down as we get ready to start the second. Boy, you talk about offensive efficiency, it was really high.
Both teams are on fire, but speaking of competitive juices, one of the beautiful things that we heard during the timeout, in a team huddle, you heard multiple voices that weren't the coach saying how much more they needed to fight in order to win this game. Oh, trust me, the intensity level is going to pick up a couple of notches.
Embiid says not this time.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Lee. From long range. Sixers with the rebound. To Simmons. And strokes it.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
Missed a wide open look. Simmons with it. It's an 8-point lead. For 3. Now that's a contest. Burke with it. Looking to make something happen. Lee, nobody even close. Courtney Lee buries it.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Joel Embiid. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Wide open look won't go. Into the front court comes Simmons. His team up by 7. Lets it fly from long range. Message received. Well defended. Rises for the slam.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Sixers call for time. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Ben Simmons, a couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. Nope, first one does not go. Off the mark, 0 for 2 at the line. Burke with it, 5-point game. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Simmons. Over to the right side. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
To Simmons. Oh, a lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Hardaway. To Porzingis. KB, Kristaps Porzingis. He's 2 for 2 now.
They call this man the unicorn for a reason. It's a rarity to ever find talent like this. And KP is that miracle that Knicks fans have been waiting for years.
Burke with it. They're down 3. Nice finish at the rim.
You know, sometimes it takes a little while to figure things out. Towards the end of the 17-18 season, Trey Burke finally looked like the guy who was drafted 9th overall. In fact, he looked even better, hungrier than I've ever seen him before. He even braided his hair to resemble his idol, Allen Iverson. I'd keep an eye out and see what he can do in this one.
Simmons driving, but a shot no good. Can't miss those. To Embiid. Joel Embiid. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
Joel Embiid looking to take his game to a completely different level after working out with one of the best trainers in the league this offseason. An all-star for the first time last year, averaging 23 points. Safe to say, no longer trust the process. Joel Embiid is the process.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Nilikina to Lee. Great feed. Sets it up. And the slam.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Let's see what the Knicks can do here. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers. Has a chance. J.J. Redick. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot. Late heave to beat the buzzer. It's halftime here in Game 1. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The 76ers are in a close game thus far. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Knicks aren't down by too much at the half. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the New York Knicks.
Game track. Bench points.
The coaches are getting the kind of bench production that can make for some interesting rotations. Keep an eye on the substitution patterns in the second half.
Player of the half.
Joel Embiid is doing everything he can on defense to get the win. He's blocking shots, he's getting steals, and he's setting the tone for his team. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
The possession lies with New York. To Cantor. The drive, right to the basket. Shot from the lane won't go. The follow won't go either. And it's Cantor. He's now 4 for 6.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Count it, and the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Wilson Chandler trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. Knicks with the basketball. To Porzingis. Has a look. The shot by Porzingis. Driving right to the basket. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
First one, count it. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Burke with it. The deficit now up to 5. Lee, offensive and a putback slam.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Nice pass to get things going.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
New York Knicks basketball. To Cantor. Able to convert inside.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
From the painted area, won't go down. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
The drive, right to the basket. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. Gets it in the left corner. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough 2 rather than an easy 3.
No good.
One of the best-kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
To Lee. 4-3. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Too much contact. And free throws coming.
Oh, you got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free 2.
Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. New York in control of the basketball. To Cantor. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Hardaway. To Cantor. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and he stays cold from deep as he misses another one. It's no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Redick with it. Leads 5. Off the mark.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Burke with it. He'll run the offense. To Cantor. Cleaning the offensive glass. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Enes Kanter at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Free throw is good to finish off the three-point play. That slices the lead down to 4. Simmons with a shot. That won't go.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Short jumper won't go down.
See, I don't like that shot right there. Pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
J.J. Redick is going to get 3 shots here. For his career, 89%. First one goes down. Second of 3 is good. And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. Possession lies with New York. Ntilikina to Cantor. And finishes strong. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Ntilikina with the basketball. Down 5. To Cantor. Sixers have it. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The 76ers have the lead. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Sixers have the basketball. Going to launch beyond the arc. Rebound taken by the Knicks. Probing the defense. To Hardaway. Now pass stolen by the Sixers.
You got to go for the score here right now in this possession.
Embiid. To Redick. Beyond the arc for 3. Defenders could lose sleep with this guy. J.J. Redick, well defended, still knocks it down.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, You'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Simmons to Redick. Fires the three. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Redick. Tough shot. He hits.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Burke with it. The deficit now up to a dozen. Here's a chance from long range, and it's Simmons with the rebound. To Simmons. Redick had made his first three, but that shot off the mark. Burke with it. Down 12. To Hardaway from long range. And it's Chandler with the rebound. Embiid. To Redick. For three. No good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Timeout here for the Knicks as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Time for some new personnel into the game. To Porzingis. KP. Chris stops Porzingis. 3 for 6 now.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Burke with it. His guys trail by 10. To Cantor. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Simmons with it. Looking to make something happen. Redick. J.J. Redick is going to get a chance at 3 here. Hasn't missed yet. And hits the first free throw. Second and 3. Got it. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. Burke with it. His guys down 11. To Cantor. Hardaway. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Let's see what the Knicks can do here. To Porzingis. To Lee. Porzingis. Trey Burke. Embiid with the board.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, But when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
Knocked loose. Shot from the lane won't go. Simmons to Redick. Lets it fly from long range. It's good for three.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a three is like shooting a layup.
Burke with it. His guys down big. Knocked loose. Wide open look won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball. Oh! Out there looking like the Dikembe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Oh, they call him for the foul.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Lee. Porzingis. Yes.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Redick. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximum effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
First free throw is good. He delivers with 2 free throws. Three for three. Nice. No good. And no foul. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
The Sixers are victorious. They've jumped down in front, 1-0 in this best-of-7 series. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers added a win with today's solid victory. And more often than not, they were hitting the three when they popped from long range. Winning gets a lot easier when you're adding so many points to the scoreboard, 3 at a time. The Knicks put up a fight, but didn't get their hands raised at the end. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the New York Knicks.
Game track. Assists.
The Philadelphia 76ers were very impressive in the way they shared the ball, giving each other the opportunity to not just take good shots, but great shots. That's what I believe made the difference for them in this game, that being the great assist.
Player of the game.
Joel Embiid gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.